How's it going, guys? Equal here, and welcome back to week... I think this is 10 of the PGL. Oh god, it's going fast. This week we are up against Doakes, aka Sergeant of Doakes, and his Dendemille Dedenne. And this week's battle is going to be on Showdown, which kind of sucks because I hate battling on Showdown for league battles. I don't think it puts me in the right mindset, and I think I'm more likely to lose on Showdown. That's probably just me, but that's how I feel about it. I hate battling on Showdown, but you know, what can you do about it? I need to get this thingy up, this team up. I need to get his team up. Let me get rid of that. So yeah, we're gonna be the same. We're gonna be battling on Showdown this week, which kind of sucks, but what are you gonna do? So before we do anything, I'm gonna run over my team real quick. My team is Alakazam, Mega Altaria, Milotic, Ninetales, Heliolisk, Mega Houndoom, Avalugg, Swallow, Gorgeist, Crocodile, Terrakion, and Celebi. Now, we went ahead and swapped out Gengar for Ninetales because Ninetales works well on our team. We have a Sun team, basically. We have Houndoom with Solar Power. We have Heliolisk with Solar Power. We have Celebi with Synthesis. Milotic isn't particularly offensive, so Skull doesn't really matter in the Sun. We have a nice Sun team. Oh, well, not really a nice one. We have a kind of a half good, half Sun team. So yeah, I went ahead and I traded Claydol to Vinny for Gorgeist because Claydol... Look, I'm going to be real here. Claydol's bad. Claydol didn't do anything. Because Claydol has such a low HP stat, anytime we put investment into it, like... Say against the Mega Charizard, Claydol has base 120 Special D. It has base 60 HP. We put all of the investment into Special D and HP against the Nesta week 3. And we still got O-code by a Flamethrower from a Mega Charizard Y. I know it was in the Sun, but still, I expect you to live that from a wall. Even Avalugg would have lived that because he had Sturdy. Like, Claydol... It just didn't do enough for me. I wasn't happy with it. It's not a particularly good spinner for me. I'd rather just keep Avalugg and have Gorgeist, which gets access to Frisk. It gets access to Synthesis. It gets access to Leech Seed. You know, it's Gorgeist is actually really good in league battles. I know it's PU regularly, but it's really good in league battles, so I think it was a better trade. We can't use it this week because we traded it literally like a few days ago after week 9. So we can't use it this week. We can use Ninetales this week. And as you can see, we are. So I'm going to run over his team real quick. So Doakes' team consists of Landorus, T, Scizor, Dragonite, Gyarados, Mega Charizard, X, Galvantula, Quagsire, Dugtrio, Zatu, Tangela, Mega Glalie, and Shuckle. Now, Doakes has a Pokemon, a particular Pokemon that's in like the top 10 most, like, the best Pokemon in the league, based on kills and deaths. And that's Dragonite. Dragonite has played 5 games, won 3 of them, died twice, and got 16 kills. So, Dragonite's a wee bit of an issue here. Looking at his draft, he has 2 dragons and a hell of a lot of 4 times weaknesses. Lando is 4 times weak to ice. Scizor is 4 times weak to fire. Dragonite is 4 times weak to ice. Gyarados is 4 times weak to electric. Quagsire is 4 times weak to grass. You know, he's got quite a few 4 times weaknesses which we can manipulate. We can exploit those. And if you go back and look at Doakes' playstyle, especially with this draft, Doakes' playstyle relies solely on setup. He doesn't use walls. He doesn't use Shuckle. Shuckle's come to 1 game. Tangler's come to 1 game. Quagsire's come to 1 game. He doesn't use his walls. He uses offensive mons, and he relies on them setting up. Lando can set up Rock Polish and Swords Dance. Scizor sets up Swords Dance. Dragonite sets up D-Dance. Gyarados sets up D-Dance. Mega Charizard X sets up D-Dance. You know, these mons, and especially his playstyle, are all completely reliant on setup. So, the way that we're going to get around that is not by using walls, because walls are setup fodder. We're going to get around that by going hyper offense as well, with a twist. So, we're going to start off with our Mega Altaria here. Ploof the Mega Altaria with Pixelate, Fire Blast, Body Slam, Cotton Guard, and Roost. Rocking 196 into HP, 252 into attack, 48 into special attack, and 12 into speed with a Naughty Nature. This is a particularly interesting set. Now, obviously we have the Dragonite, the Mega Charizard X are both dragons, so they don't appreciate fairy type attacks, even though, I mean, it's neutral on Mega Charizard X, but it's not got the best defenses in the world, let's be honest. So, they don't like this thing, especially because they can't touch it with their Dragon type stab. The only way that Dragonite can really do damage to us is with an Ice Punch, and Charizard obviously has to Flare Blitz. Oh, another thing that I forgot to mention. Well, there's two things actually. Doakes' draft is it's entirely physical. It's entirely physical. His special attack consists of Mega Glalie if he wants to run special Mega Glalie, but usually you run mix. His special attackers are Tangela, Xatu, Galvantula, and that's it. Unless you want to run Scald Quagsire. That's it. Completely it. And then the next thing you need to know is that 7 of his mons are weak to rock. Lando is neutral to rock, I think. Scissor's neutral. Dragonite's weak. Gyarados is weak. Charizard is weak. Galvantula's weak. Quagsire is resists, I think. No, it's neutral. No, he resists. He resists. Dugtrio resists. Xatu is weak. Tangela resists. Mega Glalie's weak and Shuckle's weak. He's got a hell of a lot of mons weak to rock. So that's what we're looking at here. So yeah, Body Slam for nice and stab. I wanted to put Giga Impact on this thing, I already did, because it OHKOs a Mega Charizard X. Body Slam doesn't. But as soon as we get rocks up, Body Slam will OHKO, and I don't want to have to keep, recharging. So, yeah. We have Cotton Guard on there for defense, because most of his draft is physical, and he's not bringing his special attackers. He's brought Tangela once. Good. He's not bringing his special attackers, so we don't need special D investment. And we don't really need defense investment if we have Cotton Guard. Cotton Guard ensures that we can live and have a lot of stuff, so, I'm a little bit iffy about whether he'll bring Mega Charizard X or Mega Glalie. I'm more inclined to believe that he'll bring Mega Glalie for the Mega Altaria, but at the same time, if we bring Mega Houndoom, Mega Glalie does jack shit, so he'd have to bring the Mega Charizard to do anything to us, so it's a toss-up for him, it really is. We have Roost, obviously, for recovery, and then Fire Blast. We put 48 EVs into special attack with Fire Blast because that is the amount that we need to OHKO a bulky regular Scizor. That's all that we need to OHKO this Scizor. Fire Blast is literally on there just for the Scizor. If he wants to bring Glalie, it'll do work against that too. It's good. It's nice. I like it. So Ploof is gonna be good this week, I think. So we'll see how it goes. It should be okay. Next up we have Ninetales. I don't have a name for Ninetales, so it's just Ninetales for the moment. Choice Scarf with Drought, Solar Beam, Psyshock, Flamethrower, and Hidden Power Ice with 68 EVs into defense, 252 into his special attack, and then 188 into speed. I think we've sped crept the Landorus with that. I think no, because we're Choice Scarf. We've done something. I think we speed creep a Choice Scarf. Yeah, a Choice Scarf Lando, I think, which would make sense, because then we can Hidden Power Ice it and kill it. We can also have Hidden Power Ice for the Dragonites, obviously. Solar Beam is there for the Quagsire, for the Dugtrio. We're Choice Scarf Ninetales this week, specifically for the Dugtrio. Dugtrio can try and Arena Trap us. If he's Arena Trapping anything on the team, it's the Heliolisk, the Terrakion, and this thing. Probably not the Terrakion, because Terrakion is fast. Well, it's not as fast as Dugtrio. Obviously, Dugtrio has base like 120. But it's bulky enough to live a hit. So this thing is what we want. So we want Choice Scarf on it so that we can outspeed that and kill it with a Solar Beam. If it's Focus Sash, then we need to get Rocks up, and I'll get to that in a minute, but we need Rocks up to really do work against it. And Solar Beam is for the Quagsire, for the Dugtrio, and for the Shuckle. Psyshock is there literally because I couldn't think of a fourth move. If he has anything that is particularly weak on the physical side, like, I don't know, we can use Psyshock if we need to, but I don't think we will. I really don't have a fourth move to give this thing, so Psyshock it is. What does Psyshock do for us? I mean, can we not give it anything else? Dark Pulse maybe? Dark Pulse might be nice for the Xatu, but Xatu's not taking a flamethrower in the sun anyway. What was I giving you Psyshock for? There was a reason. There was a reason. What was it for? I'm not entirely sure. I might change that to Dark Pulse for the Xatu just in case it's specially invested. I think I'll do that. Or I could Pain Split just in case. In fact, I might put Pain Split on there. We'll put Pain Split on there just in case, you know, we're not going to use it. So, I mean, Psyshock doesn't come in handy at all. I guess it was there for... I don't know. It was there anyway. But yeah, we sped crept the Lando and we put the rest into defense because why not? Hidden Paradise is there for the Lando and the Dragonite and whatnot. And then Flamethrower for Stab. Also deals with the Scizor. It probably OHKOs the Lando, to be honest. It probably OHKOs... Well, it'll probably OHKO the Dugtrio and the Xatu, and it will OHKO Tangela and Megalele and Shuckle anyway. So, you know, Flamethrower is good there. This thing is primarily here for Drought, though, for Heliolisk, and we'll get to that when it comes. Next up, we have Terrakion, and this was the point in team building where I realised that so many of his mons were weak to Rock, and I realised that because Terrakion is such an imposing threat against his team, really all that we need is Stone Edge. Stone Edge can take care of the Landorus. It can take care of the Dragonite and the Gyarados and the Mega Charizard X and the Galvantula and the Dugtrio and the Xatu and the Megalele and the Shuckle. Which is good stuff. And at that point I realised, you know, Stone Edge misses. Stone Edge misses. So we don't need Life Orb. We really don't. Not for this matchup. So Wide Lens will run just so that we can guarantee that we hit all of those Stone Edges. Just so that we guarantee we can hit it. We have Close Combat as well, just because, you know, anything that we can't hit with Stone Edge, we can hit with Close Combat. For instance, I guess the Scizor. I guess. And the Quagsire, because it's more powerful. And the Tangler as well. We can't hit the Tangler with Stone Edge, it won't kill. So, yeah, Close Combat's for that. And then Stealth Rock is there, so we can set up Rocks, obviously, and Rock Polish to get speed. Sped Crept a max speed Mega Charizard X with this. And a max speed Mega Glalie, so we definitely outspeed either of those, and we can definitely OHKO either of those, which is fantastic. So that's Terrakion there. He's cool. I like him. He's cool. I'm probably, next season, if I'm around, I'm probably going to contract Terrakion, because Terrakion's done the most work for me this season, I think. So we'll see. My draft has been very up and down this season, so... we'll see. But for a first draft, it wasn't too bad. Next up, we have Heliolisk, who is holding the Shed Shell, which guarantees that we can escape the Dugtrio's grasp. It can't trap us while we're holding the Shed Shell, which is great. With Solar Power, Dragon Pulse Grass, not Hidden Power Ice, and Volt Switch, with 252 into Special Attack, 188 into Speed, with Timid Nature, so that we can outspeed the max speed Charizard and Glalie, and then 68 into HP because they didn't have anywhere else to put it. Dragon Pulse in the sun with Solar Power, OHKOs and Mega Charizard X. We like that. Grass not just normally OHKOs a Quagsire. We like that. That's the main thing that we need to get rid of. And OHKOs the Dugtrio, I think, as well. Because it's fucking Dugtrio. Dugtrio doesn't have defenses at all. Hidden Power Ice, obviously there for the Lando and the Dragonite and stuff like that. And Volt Switch is there for Stab and for the Gyarados and this and that and this and that. This thing hits like a motherfucking truck. But it only does so in the sun. when we're in the sun, we Oko the majority of his team. We Oko the Lando. We Oko the Dragon. We Oko the Dragonite with the Hidden Power Ice, even if it's at max HP. I think, which is great. Which is fucking dandy, man. It's great. Grass Knot obviously Okos the Quagsire because it's 4 times a week. So yeah, I think it Okos the Shuckle as well because Shuckle. Well, no, it won't Oko the Shuckle because that has defense out the ass, but it'll do decent work to it. If he brings the Shuckle, he probably won't. But if he does, then we have a move for it at least anyway. But this thing is, it's designed so that it can get out of the Dugtrio's grasp. And we can just go out into Altaria if we can, or Avalugg, because Avalugg can take hits. We'll get onto Avalugg in a minute. Now, next up we have probably the most interesting mon on the team. Celebi. Celebi here, holding the Tangaberry with Natural Cure, Ancient Power, Synthesis, Thunder Wave, and Stealth Rock, with 252 into HP, 252 into Defense, with a Bold Nature and 4 into Speed, just on the off chance that the Mega Charizard X and the Mega Glalie aren't speed invested. This thing, there is no need for it to have Giga Drain. The only thing that it will hit really hard with Giga Drain is the Quagsire, the Dugtrio, and the Shuckle. All of those are going to be scared out by Celebi anyway. So, if you're swapping anything in against this thing, it's probably the Galvantula. I'm predicting Galvantula to come because our draft is so fast. So Ancient Power is there for that. Maybe we can get a stat boost because it's Showdown, and Showdown likes to give unnecessary boosts and freezes and paralyses and burns and whatnot and misses. So maybe we can get a stat boost on that. Ancient Power deals with the Lando, with the Dragonite, with the Gyarados, with the Mega Charizard. All the stuff that wants to swap in against this thing. We're holding the Tangaberry to reduce the bug type attack. We can live any bug buzz from a Galvantula this way. Unless it's Specs, maybe, but even then I think we can live it. Synthesis is there for recovery, obviously. In the sun, we're taking back 75% HP, which is great. Thunder Wave is there, so we can Thunder Wave stuff. I don't like them being faster than us, I really don't. We can Thunder Wave the Scizor, the Dragonite, the Gyarados, the Mega Charizard, the Mega Glalie if it's coming, the Xatu, stuff like that, it's good. And then Stealth Rock, because we need Stealth Rocks. His draft is so weak to Rocks. And if we don't have Rocks up, then Dugtrio becomes an issue because it's killing something. We need it to take a little bit of damage to break the Sash. If it's not Sash, then it's not a problem because Terrakion deals with it, and Ninetales deals with it, and Heliolisk, well, not really. If we catch it on the Switch, Heliolisk deals with it, so that's good. And Avalugg deals with it as well. So we need Stealth Rocks up this time, so I'm bringing Dual Rocks. If I wasn't, I'd put Giga Drain on here just for a stab option. But Giga Drain, like I say, it only does work against the Quagsire and the Dugtrio and the Shuckle. I'm not predicting the Quagsire to come. I don't think the Shuckle will come. I think the Dugtrio will because he's brought the Dugtrio 7 weeks out of 9. So I'm expecting it to come. But if it doesn't, that'll be good. I'm happy. And then next up, see, I said we were going for hyper offense. Now, we are, kind of, but if he actually gets to set up, we have a little bit of an issue. I'm running Bold Celebi to tank those physical hits because his special attackers are non-existent basically. And that brings me to the next mon, which is Avalugg. Avalugg here is rocking 252 into HP, 4 into attack, and 252 into defense with an impish nature. This thing will tank hits. Will tank the physical hits. His special attackers, like I say, are Tangela, are Xatu, and Galvantula. And then maybe Mega Glalie. Mega Glalie is really not an issue for us. It's really not. Tangela, I highly doubt that'll come. Galvantula, I think, will come because I drafted so fast, but we're not putting Avalugg in against the Galvantula. And even if we are, we have Sturdy, so we can kill it. We have Avalanche, Rapid Spin, Recover, and Roar. Because the Galvantula is coming, and because it's going to have a Focus Sash and Sticky Web, we need to get rid of those webs. So Rapid Spin is here. I needed a Rapid Spin Mon. I was very, very close to putting Swellow on this team, because Swellow does get Defog. It ignores the webs completely. It hits really hard. I haven't brought Swallow in a while. Swallow would be great, but Swallow can't take hits. And on the off chance that he does get set up, then we need something that can take the hit and get rid of the setup. So Roar is here. I was thinking about putting Clear Smog on something, maybe the Ninetales if it gets Clear Smog. Do you get Clear Smog? Or Topsy Turvy or something? You do not. So we can't do that. I mean, it gets Psycho, but not for physical physical setup like Dragon Dance and Swords Dance and whatnot. So we need something to tank those hits, and Avalugg by far it can. It's got high enough HP and it's got high enough defense to fucking take anything that wants to throw at us. We're living stuff like probably a +2 outrage from a Dragonite. We'll probably live in that, and we can just roar it or avalanche it and get it out. We're probably living. Well, no, I don't think we live a Flare Blitz from a Mega Charizard X in the sun. If it's not in the sun, we do live it. But like even so, we have Sturdy, so it doesn't matter. So Rapid Spin is there to get rid of the webs. Avalanche is there for a nice and offensive move, and it's powerful. Recover so we can recover, and then Roar to get rid of setup. It's interesting. I have a good feeling about this because I think I've figured out Doakes' weakness. In the fact that he's completely reliant on setup. That's his entire playstyle, and that's his entire draft style. It's just setup, setup, setup. Hit hard, hit hard, hit hard. Voice break. Sorry, I just hit puberty. And I think I figured out his weaknesses in the fact that he's so weak to rocks, and that he's got so many physical attackers that his special attackers are non-existent. The thing that I worry about in this match is that we set up the sun, Mega Charizard X makes an appearance, and it just Flare Blitzes everything. That's what I worry. What I worry about. But at the same time, we have stuff like Terrakion, which outspeeds it. Mega Altaria with a Cotton Guard up takes something like, I think, 30% from a Mega Charizard X in the sun, maybe 40 when it's +1/+1. Actually, I'm going to check that right now. Let's see, damage calc. Let's see. So we have a Mega Altaria, offensive Dragon Dance, so we don't have any defense investment. Versus a Mega Charizard X. Oh, you Dragon Dance. What HP investment do we have? Is it 196? It's 196. 196. So if it's not in the sun and it doesn't have any Dragon Dances up, we're taking around 35 to 40%. If it is in the sun, it's anywhere between 50 and 60%. But that's with no Cotton Guards up at all. So if it's not in the sun and we get a Cotton Guard up, we're taking 13 to 16%. If it is in the sun, we're taking 20 to 25%. When he's at +1, it goes back up to 30 to 36 in the sun. If it's +2, 40 to 48, So Mega Altaria can take hits somewhat well from the Mega Charizard X if it's making an appearance, which I doubt it is. And I hope it's not, because I can't be fucked to deal with the Mega Charizard X. But at the same time, we have Terrakion, which can outspeed and kill it. We have Heliolisk, which can outspeed and kill it. We have Avalugg, which can tank hits and kill it. We should be okay. But that is our team for Doakes. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Tell me if you think we're going to win. I'm probably not going to win, because Doakes is like the #1 PU player in like Showdown. So probably not going to win. I hope we do. Just because if we beat this, then Nate gets a massive chance of making playoffs, because they're in the same division. So I hope we do win, just for Nate, because Nate's cool. But yeah, that wraps up this team. So tell me what you think. I hope I win. And yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to click the like button, because that's when I'm doing a good job. And that you guys want to see more, but with that, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. Thank you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.